Okay, I have to start this video over because my sons, they were too loud in the background. So, let me see. Hello again. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, and liking my videos. This is Coco929, and I'm just picking up where I left off at. I'm going to start like as if I didn't even record nothing today. I might have to cut out because my husband's supposed to call me on his lunch break as well. So, anyway, so he drove me. Remember, I left off that we passed one of my daughters, and so he took me to this particular port that we never went to, which not together. I'm familiar with the port, but him and I never went together. So um, he kept having a mental issue. Like he was looking straight, like we parked, and where we parked at, it was high up on the. It's like a lookout spot, but if you pass the playground, the tennis court, and all that, going to the spot. Now, some spots in this particular park, you can walk down because they made a walkway. You can walk down and go to the river. The particular spot we were is no walkway. If you go down there, you have to either climb down or be thrown down, one of the two. And so that's where he parked at. And he kept shaking his head. Then he would put his hand over his face, like rub his chin. And he just kept looking straight ahead. Then he would look at me, and he would shake his head again, rub his face. I'm like, what is wrong with you? You brought me here. What do you want to talk about? What? And he just shook his head. He said, let's get in the back. I said, for what? He said, because I want to face you to talk to you, and I can't do it up here. Now, that made sense to me then. But over the years, I thought about that. That didn't make no sense. So we got in the back, and I said, what? And he just kept looking at me. I said, what? He just kept looking at me. Then he shake his head. Then he drop his head. Then he looked back up at me again. I said, what is it that you're going through? Because you keep shaking your head. You keep looking at me. You told me to get in the back. I'm in the back. Like that. I said, um, if we're not going to talk, I said, then take me back home so I can rest or something, or either start cooking so then I'll be done for my husband when he get home. Wrong word. Because he made me promise him that when I was with him, I would never speak of my husband. Anytime I mentioned his name or husband, he went ballistic. Okay? And it was all right for him to get married. But for me, no ma'am. Mm-mm. So he's like, what I tell you about that? I said, about what? I hadn't even paid no attention. I was like, about what? He said, I told you not to mention him when you were with me. I said, ah, man, you tripping. Like that. Okay, mistake number two. When I said, he said, what? And grabbed me by my throat. He said, what I say? I said, get off of me. Like that. And he released me. Like he was like, for real, grabbed me up through my throat, around my throat. And I was like, I don't have to deal with this man for real. Because I was thinking, I was like, you don't never have no man put his hands on you. I've never had that. I've never had one person try and almost lost their life because I stabbed them. So, I've never had that before. He's the only guy that consistently, he never hit me, but he would get mad and grab me by my throat because he was bigger than me and all this other stuff. So he would grab me by my throat, you know, and everything and stuff. So I was like, nah, I ain't having it no more. I said, because I had flashbacks from when I was younger. He used to do it during my life. Also, there was a part of him keeping me hostage at times. I had to make excuses why I wasn't on time or why I was super late for something because he would flip out and be like, I can't leave. He wasn't ready for me to leave, and would do whatever he had to do to keep me. Some days I didn't really even think I was going to be able to leave at all because he would go through these episodes of if I left him, I wouldn't come back. I wouldn't have nothing to do with him and all this and stuff. And so he would do whatever he could to keep me as long as he could. Like I could say, I'd be over there at 1 and I could stay to 5. That would be good. become close to 5 o'clock and I gotta leave, then he starts tripping. Because he ain't had enough time with me. You only been over here a minute. Dude, I've been over here 4 hours with you. You know. So, it just trips me out. So, I got upset. And I was trying to hop out the car. He kept grabbing me, telling me, no, no, don't leave. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Like that. I'm sorry. I'm like, you just nothing, don't keep putting your hands on me for real. So he was like, well, let's get out of the car because I need some air. Let's. So I went between, okay, it's like the front of the car, grass, a tree, and then some more grass and trees, and then you drop. And so he wanted to get behind me, and hold me and kind of, I was like, no, because I felt like what he was going to do was ask me some ridiculous question, and had I said no, he was going to push me over the cliff, because in his mind, he would rather for me to be gone if he can't have me. Okay, he would rather to mourn me that way because it was too painful him not having me. I told y'all when I first started talking about him that he decided he had to move from our city if he couldn't be with me, because he said he would do something stupid to make me be with him. So he moved. So I really think that day I think he had planned on killing me. I really do. I still feel that way. Even now that I'm talking about it, I still get chills. I think he had planned on killing me, you know. Um, and I think in his mind, it probably registered to him, well, her daughter done seen me, the neighbor saw me, like he wouldn't be able to get away with it, but nevertheless, if he had decided to do it, you know. But he did something different. After I guess he reasoned that out, he said, get back in the truck with me. So got back in the truck. I'm like, I just really want to go. I really start feeling, I can't explain it. But I was ready to go. I had told him I was going to walk from the park home. He's like, I'm gonna take you home, girl. He said, just get back in the car with me, get back here with me. So we got back. We didn't get up front. We got back in the back again, in the seats and everything. And he was like, you really don't want to be with me, do you? And I just got quiet because either way I answered, I didn't know what the outcome was. If I told him no, I didn't know what he was going to do. If I told him yeah, I didn't know what he was going to do. My answer was no. I really want to be done, just period. And that had been a hard thing to do because, like I said, I felt like he had been stalking me. I just felt his presence. And so we was sitting there and he was like, you gonna answer me? You gonna answer me? And I said, either way I answer, it's not gonna be what you want to hear. He said, what's that supposed to mean? I said, because I'm married. I want my marriage. I want a happy marriage. I said, I got a good husband. He said, there you go. I said, you asked me. I said, I got a good husband who loves me and I love him. And this is interfering with my life. I said, this is really interfering with my life. I said, dude, you've had a control over me since I was 9 years old. You've been controlling some aspect of my life since I was 9. You know how long that's been? I said, I want to be free. I just want to go on with my life. I don't want no ill will with you. I just want to go on. I'm just trying to reason with him. I said, you're married now, and all this and stuff. You need to love on the girl, and all this and stuff because she love you. I said, focus on her. I said, cater to her. I said, like he caters to me. And he said, what's that supposed to mean? I said, he just caters to me. He said, like what? I said, just caters to me. I said, just regular stuff. I said, people take stuff for, that, oh, well, that ain't nothing. I said, but, he cooks for me. I don't have to wonder where he's at. I said, he brings his money home. I'm the one that with the bills. I say, we talk. We can lay up on the couch and watch TV. I said, we just, play dominoes. I said, when we go to a family thing on his side of the family, on my mama's, I said, he already tell them, now I got my partner, where my baby at? Like that, and I was smiling. I was like, he always say, where my baby at? We got y'all now. We gonna bust y'all butt in spades. Don't let me get the dominoes out and all this and stuff. I said, it's just, he's what I wanted. He's actually what I wanted, and God gave me him because it's what I needed. He's understanding. He's patient. I remember just breaking it down, everything about my husband and everything and stuff. And so he was like, so if you had your wish and you had to choose between me and him, who would you choose? I said, here we go. I said, I would choose my husband. What? I would choose my husband. My husband's never forced me to do anything. If anything, he's been helping me put my life together. So I would choose my husband. So he sat there and got really quiet. So I'm thinking myself that, okay, he seems to be calm, so maybe this went better than what I thought. Okay? Boy, was I wrong. So this is how it started. He said, well, since this is going to be goodbye, he said I was going to do a goodbye another way, but I changed my mind. So I ain't saying nothing. I got quiet. I'm listening. He said, so since it's going to be goodbye, right? I said, yeah. For me, it is. Like that. Oh, goodness gracious. He said, okay. Since it's goodbye, then I might as well make it a goodbye. So, y'all, I didn't know. I didn't know to the extent that I didn't know what he was thinking. But I'm going to tell you how good God is. So I'm like, what you mean? He looked at me. And next thing you know, he turned his head. So I turned my head to grab the door handle so I can go up front so he can take me home. Unfortunately, you never turn your head on your opponent. This man grabs me around, because I told you I'm facing the window now trying to open up the door. He grabs me around my throat, pushes me back where the truck seat goes back. He has got me where I am coughing. I mean, really like, coughing. Now he's got me back. So now he's trying to take my clothes off of me. He's pulling on my shorts. He's trying to pull up. I mean, it was a battle. Do you hear me? Now I'm crying because in my head, you don't have to do all this. You already have been kind of controlling my life since I was 9. This is unnecessary. This is what I'm thinking in my head. And I'm thinking, why? Why is he trying to rape me again? Like, why is this his go-to thing when he wants me to be submissive? Okay? So, I'm trying to scratch him. I'm trying to push him. And I know if I get one grip, like I said, I have training too. I know if I can get to this one, I ain't talking about his penis, but if I could get to one spot, I'll make him my puppy. Okay? And he knew it because we're both trained. Okay? So he got me good. And the way he had me pent, oh my goodness. I'm going to tell y'all, I was crying. And I kept mufflingly saying, because even though he was choking me, he was kissing me, he was trying, it was everything going on at one time, and everything and stuff. And so I'm like, no, get out of me. And I'm just, I felt like a little 9-year-old girl. I felt like, every time that he had done that to me, that's what was going through I felt every age I was, they had did that to me since 9 years old. And what happened? Now I told you I wasn't nobody at that time of morning in the park. Out of the clear blue sky, a metro worker was standing like like 4 steps from our truck, from his truck. Right? Ain't no our, from his truck. He looked at him eyeball to eyeball. And when he saw that Metro guy, it was a big Metro man too. That Metro man had got closer to the truck to see what was going on and heard me. He like backed up out from me. I was like, come on. And I'm crying. I'm crying because I can't believe it. So now I'm balled up in the back seat that's been knocked all the way back of the truck. He gets out, gets up front, starts the truck, and I'm still laying there just crying, And then I sit up slowly and I see the Metro guy, and he looks. And so I'm wiping my face because I'm conditioned to do that. So I'm wiping my face, and I get out. And so he comes around, he opens up my door, and helps me in the front of the truck. And the Metro guy just looking. He's steadily looking at everything. I knew he was waiting for him to back out so he could get the license tag and all that and stuff. And I just kept remembering in my head, I kept saying, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Because even though he had done that to me before, it was different. I really think it was going to be my goodbye for real. I think after he did that, he was going to kill me. And so the whole ride home, he was kind of quiet. And then out of his mouth, he said, you okay? And I looked at him like he was crazy. And then I just turned back and kept looking forward, just like, get me home. I just knew if I could get home, that I would be safe. Because one thing my husband didn't do was play about me. And he still don't do it to this day. You want to get on his bad side, mess with me. And now what I'm saying to y'all, now he knows. Like I've told my husband everything that I can tell him without breaking down, because when he sees me breaking down, he's like, wait till you can tell me without that. He said, no, because I don't want you to bring it up and then you be stuck in a moment and I can't bring you out of it. So he, in those times like that, he just hold me. So I blame myself, of course, for getting in the truck with him and everything. And I was like, it's something broken in me that I keep allowing him, even though I'm grown, to have so much control over me. It's something broken. I was smart enough to know that if there was a chance that I had to get away from him, if I had any chance rather to get away from this man and have a great life, I was going to need help. And I would have to be open mouth enough to tell someone my story to get the help. Because remember, my voice and power had been taken at an early age to where when I did ask for help, I was blamed. So that shut my mouth. And so now I have to relearn. This is what I found out, that I have to relearn and take my power back and start speaking on it. Because before I can help others, I had to help myself. So he kept on telling me he was sorry. He was crying in the truck. He was like, I don't know how to be without you. I see you changing. He said, I saw that when I got out of penitentiary. You wasn't the same no more. He said, I don't know how to be without you. I don't know how. And everything. He said, I've never had to share you with anybody. He said, you've had boyfriends and stuff, but I always came first. He said, this is different. He said, he called him the N-word, really got you. I don't know how to deal with that. He said, and it just drives me crazy. He said, because I've never been without you. I don't know how to be without you. I don't want to be without you. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know what this is. This is what I'm thinking about my man. I don't know what this is. This man has been fixated on me since he saw me at the age of 8. He saw me at 8. I was 8, not him. And he's been fixed on me ever since. Ever since. So I don't know. I still can't tell you to this day why, even to this day, that he's still so fixated on me. I don't understand that. And I probably never will. It'll probably take Jesus himself whenever I go to heaven for God to explain everything, because I don't know. He can't even explain it. Because I've asked him. Matter of fact, 2019, I've asked him, why me? You've had girlfriends, you've been married, like the girl that he was with when he walked up on my husband. He married her. That's who he moved out of town with. That's the same girl that wanted to fight me. Over what? I don't have no dog in the fight. I'm married. And that's really after, like, all communication was, I had went through my counseling, got my strength, got my power back, and was like, no, everything, no, you can't call me, no, don't come get me. All that. So, I'm going to have to call her back. Anyway, so that day, I started seeking. I got home and I prayed and I told God, thank you for saving my life twice. And I told God, I said, God, I crave this man and I don't want to. I need you to take it away from me. I don't know this is real. This is too real for some of y'all, but this is my truth. I said, I crave this man and I don't want to anymore. Take that away. I only want my heart to be for my husband. I only want to crave my husband. I said, show me what to do. And I was crying out to God. I was like, show me what to do. I don't know how to get him out of my system. Again, this has been since I was 9. I was in my 40s when this happened. Think about that. From 9 until that happened in 2013, I was 43. From 9 years old to 43. So, And that day, after that day, I slowed up taking his calls.